Child, listen, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, honey. Come on in here and sit down somewhere. Get in here and sit down so we can chat real quick. Did y'all hear about this Hantavirus that's coming up off that cruise ship, and the people that have been on that cruise ship is coming up off of it too? I feel a fucking way about it. I feel like they should not have been allowed to come off that ship. They should have boarded a near island, somewhere near a medical facility where they had to wash their ass for 2 months. I'm sorry. I just feel that way. I feel that way. I feel that way. Um, I'm on this Harvard website and we'll read a little bit more about this Hantavirus, but a lot of us are shook the hell up because of the COVID virus, all right? Because of COVID, C-19, and how that was handled, mishandled, whatever. A lot of people passed away from that. And then now you got this Hantavirus that is threatening America. Okay, at least that's what it appears. You know, we all, girl, we hit virus and we shook the hell up. I know I am. And I'm even more shook to know that two of the individuals that was on that cruise ship are here in Georgia, but they're not letting us know what part of Georgia. They're just saying they're back in Georgia. So how the hell did they get back? Did they fly from the international airport, or did they get on a private jet and they flew back? I'm willing to believe that they flew back from a regular ass airport, and ain't no telling what or how else they have, infected other people. And keep in mind, they're saying with this Hantavirus, symptoms won't start to really show until like 8 weeks later. It's like a course of 8 week type thing. So you probably won't even know that you got it until like 2 months later. Ain't that some scary shit? So now we in May, right? When all of this went down, they had this cruise ship that these people were on. 3 people about got infected. I think, really more people got infected from my understanding, but I believe 3 to 4 people ended up dying. And no, this cruise ship that they took, they're saying that this was for people that really had that coin, honey. They said it cost about $6,000 to $25,000 to get on this cruise ship to go to places like Antarctica and stuff like that, honey. So the people that was on the trip, that was wealthy. I don't know, not that that matters, but I would think that if anything went down, they're gonna be over there infecting their wealthy friends and shit before it get to anybody else. However, I just feel a way that we don't know where in Georgia these people are located. But y'all just saying Georgia. I'm sure that's for some type of safety reasons, but that is not helping all of the residents in Georgia. Okay, let me slide over here and see if they're giving us any information over on this Health Harvard site. Okay, a cruise ship is currently stranded. It was, but it's no longer, off the coast of West Africa after a suspected hantavirus outbreak killed 3 people and made several others very sick. Health officials have found a small number of confirmed and suspected cases of this rare virus on board. How did they know to test for hantavirus? How did they know it was the hantavirus? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it took 2 people to drop dead for them to start running a test or something. I'm not sure how they were able to identify and figure this out, but let's keep going. So they're saying, what is the hantavirus, right? The class of virus was first identified in a Hansen River area in Korea. Mice and other rodents often carry the hantavirus. Humans can contract the disease when they come in contact with infected rodents or their saliva, urine, and droppings. Okay, the hantavirus was first recognized in the United States in 1993. See a mouse story, I guess that's what it's called, and it has since been identified throughout the country. Although rare, the disease is potentially deadly, especially if it involves the kidneys, hearts, or lungs. What are the symptoms? Early symptoms of the disease include fatigue, fever, and muscle aches, especially in the large muscle groups like thighs, hips, back, and sometimes shoulders. Okay. About half of all people infected also experience headaches, dizziness, chills, abdominal problems such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. 4 to 10 days later, okay, other symptoms may appear, including coughing and shortness of breath as the lungs fill with fluid. Child, that is some scary shit. They said that it can be spread from human to human. Um, or let me go back. Let me go back. They're saying, how do you get hantavirus? Human to human spread of hantavirus is unusual, but may have occurred in the current outbreak on a cruise ship now off the coast of Cape Verde. So far in this outbreak, 7 people have become ill with confirmed or suspected hantavirus. 3 of them have died. According to the World Health Organization, a rare type of hantavirus called the Andes virus may be responsible, as it may rarely spread from person to person. Hantavirus infections are not considered a significant risk to the public because of how rare they are and how rarely the virus spreads from person to person. Okay, that's what they say, but I don't know. So we're hearing hantavirus, what they're saying does not spread. However, the Andes virus is what it may likely be called if it did spread person to person, which led to the death of those 3 to 4 people. Because at the time that this article was dropped, I think it was 3. I think somebody else may have died later. I did see somebody talking on TikTok where I believe this man ended up getting sick. Let me see if I have the video over on TikTok. This man got sick, right? And I think he could have got sick from a woman who was on the ship whose husband passed away, but they can't ask the woman where all has she been because that woman has now died too. I'm like, girl, it's just too much. Woo. Girl, it's just too much. Like we are in X Games mode. Like that's just like it's crazy. It's frightening because it's been crazy. Matter of fact, here go the video right here. Let me get this up for y'all so y'all can hear what this young lady is talking about. Let's see what she's saying here.
Now has the hantavirus. A man in France now has the hantavirus despite never being on the cruise ship because they let the woman whose husband died from the hantavirus fly on a commercial flight in South Africa where she exposed about 114 people. And now they are trying to track her whereabouts because they can't ask her, because she died. They can't ask her where she went because she died from the hantavirus. So this pandemic, last one I got big, this one I'm gonna get skinny. What are you guys gonna do this pandemic?
This shit, ain't this some crazy? And then I saw another video earlier that I'm gonna play because I saved it because I was gonna come back to it. So I don't know what this saying, but let me just see.
Oh my God, I just looked this up. This video is not to scare anybody, but also, not only did I look up the facts about this rare form of hantavirus, but also I looked up the whole entire timeline of the ship. Listen to this. So there is a particular strain of hantavirus that is rare, that is spread person to person, and it is often found in Chile and Argentina.
So that would be the Andes virus that they were referencing on the Harvard site, right?
Ship was from Argentina. That's where everybody got on the boat March 20th. It was part of a 35-day Southern Atlantic excursion. They passed through Antarctica. They passed through, is it called South St. George Island or something like that? Georgia Island. Other small islands in the Southern Atlantic. Yes, people got off the boat to do excursions and stuff like that. Then on April 11th, a 70-year-old man got really sick and died. Doctors on board did not know that he had the hantavirus when he died. So then, April 12th through the 20th, the ship docks at St. Helena, which is like a very remote British island, and they take the body of the 70-year-old man off, and also his wife. She gets hospitalized in Johannesburg, South Africa, because she is now sick. They still do not know at this point that it's the hantavirus, right? Shortly after the wife's arrival in Johannesburg at the hospital, she dies. Then on April 27th, the ship docks at Ascension Island. Mind you, nobody knows that there's the hantavirus on this ship at this point. But they have a second person who is very sick, so they get that person off the ship at Ascension Island. That person winds up dying in the hospital there.
My goodness.
And that is the first lab confirmed positive test that it is hantavirus. This person died from hantavirus. And all the while, people have been allowed off the ship to do excursions, except for right now. They're not allowed off at Cape Verde, but they got off at Ascension Island. They got off at St. Helena. Some of the others that they stopped at that aren't as populated, but it sounds like it's human to human transmission. I know that everyone's saying it, but there's this. Look it up. Don't take my word for it.
Okay, so that is what she's saying. Insane. Insane. Keep in mind, all right, they say human to human spread of the hantavirus is unusual. All right. But according to the WHO, the World Health Organization, a rare type of the hantavirus called the Andes virus may be responsible for those deaths, as it may rarely spread from person to person. Okay. So if it was to be spread, it's probably the Andes virus, which is a rare type of the hantavirus. So I don't know. I don't know. Just try wash your hands, keep your spaces clean, put your mask on, put them back on. Try. I still got me some masks. I may have to put them back on. Ugh, this is a lot. I don't know. Kidney failure. Child, I don't want none of that. I don't know. I don't want none of that. So hopefully they keep a good eye on that child. I do know some of the headlines and things can have us spook the hell out. So we will have to do additional research on our own, and hopefully the research we're doing is accurate. But y'all stay safe out there, okay? Please and thank you, okay? Next thing I want us to get into. What was the next thing? Oh, Drew, Sidora and Ralph. Child, I'm so tired. When I tell y'all Ralph is full of SHI and a motherfucking T, I don't care what nobody's talking about. You mean to tell me that the judge was willing to give Ralph, first of all, for the people that don't know, Drew Sidora, Real Housewives of Atlanta star, okay? Um, she has been going through a divorce from her husband for about maybe 2 to 3 years now. They have 2 children together and another child she has from a previous marriage, all as a family. Okay. Ralph, at once upon a time, was banished to the basement. Okay. He was expected and required to continue to pay the bills in the house. I guess Drew was supposed to assist in that as well. Okay. He was supposed to take care of those bills or whatnot. Drew was given primary custody of the kids, where she was required to make sure the kids got to school and also went to therapy. Drew failed on her part as a primary custodial parent of making sure the kids got to school and in therapy, okay, as the judge required of her. Who was at home living in the basement? Ralph. Who would come up from the basement from time to time? Ralph, okay? Who other children lives in the home? Ralph's kids lives in the home, all right? Drew had to fly out quite a few times because she is an actress as well. She had to fly out to do work, okay? I think that at some point she relied on Ralph to show up and do his part as a parent, and Ralph had a full understanding that I understand you may require me to do certain things, but legally I don't have to. So I believe he had a full understanding of the law, which is why he played the shit out of Drew and played in her damn face. And all the evidence I feel personally he used against her in the court of law, and she likely was not expecting that. Drew, you must not make as much as I'm hoping you make for you to still have a terrible ass attorney that you have, okay? It's giving cheap. It's given very much so cheap. I'm disappointed. I hate to see it. Right? So the judge decided to remove primary custody from Drew and give it to Ralph. Kick Drew and her oldest child out the house. Got to be out by May 31st. Later, she asked the judge to say, no, she asked the judge, don't do that to us, please. We're going to be homeless. Judge said, I don't give a damn. You got to get out. I don't care. But you got to get the hell up out of here. Right? So then text messages were released between she and Ralph and stuff. And now they're reporting that Ralph has fallen $25,000 behind on the mortgage payments, okay, and putting their home at risk of foreclosure. All right. So I do believe that this is a home they share together. If that home would have been sold, maybe they would have both benefited from it. Now, I don't know, but it sounds to me that Ralph has not been paying these mortgage payments, according to what's being reported over here on the neighborhood talk. They're saying that he fell behind by 25,000. I want to believe that that's at least 6 months, maybe more, that his ass has not paid the mortgage. I don't know what their mortgage is, but on record, it was saying that Ralph makes more than that per month. Don't know how true that is. Maybe it looks like he make more because his name is on Drew Sidora's damn businesses, whereas she's getting paid as a fucking employee from her own businesses, just the damn 12,000. So I don't know. I just know he used to be in charge of the things. Okay, as far as her businesses were concerned, from my understanding, so maybe some of that money he was making on a monthly basis was some of Drew damn money, and his ass wasn't even paying the damn mortgage, like he went and bought that damn house and she didn't know nothing about it. Okay, um, and that's crazy because if the house forecloses, they both lose. She ain't gonna get nothing out of the deal. But why would the judge sit up there and give this man the kids and everything, and he's behind on the damn mortgage the way that it is? See, y'all playing these dumbass legal games, and y'all gonna fuck around and have them kids taken from both of y'all. It's something real weird going on. All right. They're claiming Drew is now asking to hold Ralph in contempt, stating there was a court order requiring him to make the monthly payment. She reportedly says that his failure to pay was intentional and willful, and she not lying. I don't care. She ain't lying. And accused him of showing no respect for the judge's order. She's asking the court to fine him $1,000 as girl, it would have been $1,000 per month that his ass was behind is what I would have been requesting, Your Honor. Okay? As punishment. And see, Drew, you pissing me off because now you want to get in the game. Now you want to get in the game? You should have got in the game when he rushed down there and beat you just by a few minutes of filing for a damn divorce. So he could be the first one to put the story out, making it seem like he the one that was divorcing you. You should have been got in the game. You should have got in the game when you took your attorney down to that courthouse. He got him a new attorney. That new attorney got him everything that he wanted. He was shucking and jiving down to the damn parking lot. That is when you should have started to get in the game. And now you want to get in the game after he done played you to the left and got primary custody of them kids. Girl, so disappointing. So disappointing. So disappointing. And he behind. So that man just wasn't doing shit in their house. Girl. Okay. Now this is what's being alleged and put out there by the neighborhood talk. And if it is indeed fact, shame on you, Ralph. Shame on your ass. Okay. Shame on you. Shame on you, sir. A whole mess. We hate to see it. What else been going on? Let me see. Child, I think Kelly got over here. I don't even want to play her video, but Kelly took herself over here to lip service to talk SHI about the season and Portia and how Dennis tried to talk to her, and then Dennis then came out and said, "Child, this lady really want me to expose her, don't she?" I don't know why she's spending so much time talking about Dennis' ass. Dennis ain't no main character of this show. And honestly, I don't think that Portia really, like, it's not going to affect Portia that much that you talking shit about her baby daddy. For like, she may feel a slightly of a way, but she ain't going to care. He ain't that impactful. You know, that she got to be bothered about what your issue is with him. Like, girl, I mean, y'all giving Dennis a little too much. And, But, good luck. Okay. Dennis and Kelly over here fighting. Kelly saying he tried to talk to her. Dennis feel like he won over there talking to her. She finna hate herself in a second. Okay. Well, all of what Dennis says. Matter of fact, let me just play this little piece of a clip because somebody may have edited
What is it with you
down.
and Dennis too, by the way? Because I feel like she also said you dated Dennis. Did she say that?
I've never dated Dennis.
Did she say that though?
Dennis has tried to talk to me a few times.
Okay.
I'm not interested in Dennis. Again, I don't know. Like, the Dennis thing, I don't know why he continues to insert himself in women's business. I don't know. Maybe he want to peach. Who knows?
Well,
You know,
he's stirring it up.
Well, in Dennis' defense, I feel like Dennis is brought up. So I don't think it's that he's inserting himself, just jumping out there. I feel like he's brought up. So a portion accused you of messing with Dennis. And actually, I could have sworn you, Britt, and Shamia sat down last season and one of y'all brought up the fact that Dennis tried to talk to y'all or both or whatever. So he's being brought up. That's why he's responding. But okay.
Stirring the pot.
I mean, he likes it, you know, but I don't think he coming to a reunion, you know.
Because I saw you had to clap back at him on social media.
I mean, because he be acting like Demisha. Like, I can't do it with Dennis.
What is it with you and Dennis?
Not Denisha. So he says, man, this lady wants to get exposed so bad. I could have on the reunion. I saved you and I kept it G. Please stop. This your last season. You boring anyway. Not you to say this our last season. Don't do that. Now, you know that lady was up for questioning about whether she was going to be a peach or a friend of. Don't do her like that. Talk about this her last season. You know that lady need all her money, Dennis. You know that man trying to stop her bags by keeping them kids off this damn show. Don't say that this her last season. How you know? And then gonna throw tomatoes. You wrong for that. But child, I guess all is fair when y'all bringing him up. Is it also all fair? Because Cardi B has been on Tasha K's ass and she has not let up, okay? Tasha K came to the people to let them know that she lost in court. Y'all know Cardi B took Tasha K back to court to sanction her for different things that she may have posted online that, according to, I guess, the agreement, she wasn't supposed to be saying or mentioning, right? And so Cardi took Tasha back to court to be sanctioned. Tasha's team fired back and said, well, no, not necessarily. You know, we can't speak on these people because they are public figures, whatever. And Cardi B's team came back and fired back, and they was like, well, no, okay. And she does this technique where she likes to post and delete different shit. You know, our documentation was very clear on what she can and cannot talk about. So that's what was being put out there. Now, Tasha came down to her page, and I'm going to play that audio over here where she says that she lost. Seems like she ended up losing that, and she's going to end up being sanctioned. Now, I don't know if this is actual factual just yet because I haven't seen any court documents, right? Maybe Tasha is beating the people to the punch. I'm gonna spread my own tea before you guys can do it, you know. But I think they may still be working on the court documents. I wasn't even expecting it to happen so damn fast. I could have sworn Cardi B team had just responded like earlier this week, I thought, to whatever the report, you know, to whatever Tasha's team's response was. And then now here it is. Maybe it does happen that fast. According to Tasha, she done damn lost. But you know, let's just get into this audio and see what she had to say here.
See you today in court, man. I swear to God. He's a good bankruptcy attorney, I promise. But I was like, Chad, listen to me. You don't know what you up against, bro. Listen. It's best you just go in and nod, okay? You don't say shit. You just nod. Yes or no. Don't say nothing.
Not
Came
nod.
out of court today for 3 hours and got his ass towed out the front. And I'm just looking at him. He's like, man. I said, what happened, Chase? You got fined. I said, who got fined? You did. I was like, then he said, we did. I said, wait a minute, we. Hold up. We both got fined? He said, yeah, I got to pay 10% of your attorney fees. I said, what?
So the attorney has to pay 10% of Cardi. Did she say Cardi B's attorney fee? Is this
fees? I said, what? Got fined? He said, yeah, I got to pay 10% of your attorney fees. I said,
so is she talking about the attorney fees that she has to pay to Cardi? Bitch. I'd be so damn stressed out if I was a fucking attorney and I got to pay attorney fees. That sounds like a sanction his damn self within itself. I would think so. Y'all attorneys, let me know. Okay? If he is fined to the point where he got to pay her attorney fees, then that means you got in trouble in court yourself as an attorney. I don't know if that's good on the record for you, sir.
What? Apparently, it was a shit show today in court. Nobody was prepared. It is what it is. Okay, as a chat, listen, I'm used to losing. Okay? I'm used to losing. But I always overcome. Okay? What's the solution, brother? Hey, brother, stay with me. Chad was done. Chad was down for the count. Chad went in there trying to fight that motion. I said, Chad, bro, like, listen to me. He was like, this is going to be a PR nightmare. I said, what are you talking about? I said, Chad, have you seen my brand? It's a PR nightmare. Are you but for my firm, it's going to be a PR. I said, Chad.
It sure fucking is going to be a PR nightmare for your firm. I would think that's not a good look, sir. If you done sat up there and you got fined as well. Were you fined because you did not notify your client and make sure they were fully aware of the do's and don'ts or something like that?
Brave Chad, we've survived. Like, what I got on? So I got something on? Okay. We have survived the hardest part, okay? This is just merely a bump in the road. We'll do, what did Judge say? Judge said you can't talk about people, you can't talk about them, you can't do that, take it down, okay? And even my content was on it, my logo was on it, take it down. I said, okay, Chad, I'll take it down, no problem. How much we owe? I don't know, we owe on Monday, but just the order's gonna go in. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I feel sorry for him. He's such a good guy. He really is. He really is. As a Chad, listen to me. This has been my life for 9 years. 9 years, okay? At this point, it's like, it's a part of the business. Businesses have issues that we have to sort out. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. That is just the nature of the business. In the nature of the business that I'm in, I do get a lot of bad, and I also get an exceptional amount of good, okay? So yes.
Child, fuck all that. I won't want none of that shit. Fuck all them type of private. You ain't ever got to worry about me mentioning y'all. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? The way I would have not a damn thing to prove to nobody, girl, I wouldn't say shit about her nor nobody associated with her no more. Child, what Martin said, it isn't. It isn't worth all of that. Okay? It's not worth all of that. That's just too damn stressful. So now I see where T.S. Madison has reacted to the post that Tasha K made. And T.S. says, how does those paper cuts feel since you wipe your ass with cease and desist? Child, the people be beefing forever. Cardi said it's all fun and games till the brim want to play. In so many words, child, I can't. It's a whole lot going on down here in America, child. It's a whole lot going on, but y'all stay safe, be mindful, okay? Yeah, and just have a good day, okay? Don't let nobody get you out of character or nothing, okay? Take your breaths in, calm your nerves, control your nervous system, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, all right? Bye.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.